Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Look a little rough, sorry. I'm at the lake in my camper, so sorry about that. I don't need to look pretty to bring a message. So, I don't remember if I'd done a reading for you before, so I'd like to explain real quick kind of how this works. I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me, but they also show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades. I try to describe the picture the best that I can. They never waste a message. They never waste anything about what they show or say. But if it doesn't make any sense, now keep it in mind, because you'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later, and they'll know what he's talking about. Slow your teeth down, Rhonda. And this is not an exact science. Sometimes you got to stretch it outside the box a little bit. He's not going to give me a lot of details, but he should give me just enough so you know what he's referring to. So we're going to talk to Mark. And he's going, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. Why you griped at me? I know. I really know. I really know now, but I know. I understood it then, but not like I understand it now. And I should have listened to you more. I would have been smarter if I'd listened to you more. But my male ego got in the way. My male ego, I'm going to do what I want to do. I don't care what anybody else says. I don't care about anybody else's insights, because my male ego thought it knew it all. He says, but now that he's there, he has a different perspective. He can see things in a different angle and understand things differently. And also, when we get to the other side, I call it peeling us like an onion. They cleanse us. They take all that heavy ego, anger, resentment, all those heavy negative feelings. They peel that off of us, kind of, and cleanse us. So our soul is light and bright, and we're vibrating closer to what we're supposed to be. So he says, I never held any resentment towards anything you said to me. I always, in the back of my mind, considered it. And then I went, nope, I'm going to do it my way. Most of the time. He says twice. I don't know. I don't know if he means in his whole lifetime or just closer to the end. Twice he seriously considered taking your advice. And then he went, nope, I'm going to do it my way. Sounds like a typical male to me. He says, but I appreciate you wasting your breath trying to help me see something that I couldn't see for myself. I knew better. I just didn't do better. But I do appreciate your effort did not go unnoticed. Your kind words did not go unnoticed. Even though maybe sometimes you didn't say it so kind. Who knows? That's not what he's saying. He took it as kind words because he knew it came from the heart. And he knew that you loved him. Like a cousin should. That you cared about him. I shouldn't have done the things that I did. At least some of the things that I did. Now he's singing the Frank Sinatra song, I Did It My Way. So go Google, YouTube, whatever, Frank Sinatra, I Did It My Way, and check those words out, because there's a message in there for you. And basically, he's just saying he did it his own way. and it was his path to follow. He chose to do things he shouldn't do or could have been done better. It's still our path. It's our lesson to learn. He says, so don't take it hard upon yourself like you failed or something. He says, because you didn't fail. I failed. But I really didn't fail because I learned lessons. I learned lessons that I needed to learn for my soul and my spirit to evolve. Even though I didn't know I was doing that at the time, I know that now because I'm smarter now. And then he throws his head back and laughs, like really loud, like really loud, like he just made the funniest joke in the world. He says, I need to apologize to you for not doing this sooner and tell her you had a doctor's appointment. I think I already did. Just tell her, okay, I had a doctor, I had a test. I had a couple of tests I had to have done. Good grief. Once I open up and start doing this, especially on my Tuesdays when I do my Talk to Me Tuesdays, they start telling me, clean your desk off, Rhonda. Why'd you do that? Because when I open up, really open up, it's like, here they come to bitch at me, tell me what I'm doing wrong. I love them all. He's talking about your initials. He says, right way. Your initials are right way. You always do it the right way, not the wrong way. Those are different initials. You do it the right way. That's a cute one. He said you made me happy a lot during my life, though. You did. You helped me a lot. You made me happy. Did you bake him stuff like cookies or something? Did you guys live close? Okay, yeah. He says yes. I will be waiting for you when it's your time. He says, but you've got a ways to go. He said Grandpa was waiting for him. I don't know if you guys have the same grandpa, but he's showing me a tall, thin man, or he looks tall anyway, was waiting for him. He says that was one of them. He said there was a whole herd of them. There was a whole group. There usually is for people. It won't be just one. It won't be just me. And it wasn't just one for me. Something about an ant. We kind of stink at names. We used to get names perfect, but for some reason we don't lately. So I try to avoid names. I get a little cranky when they try to push a name on me. It's like. So what do you want your legacy to be? Do you want your legacy to be kind of like mine was when I left? Is that what you want for yourself? Or what do you want your legacy to your family and friends to be? Think about that now, because you can always change it. I didn't choose to choose. I did, say it again, did not choose to do that, to change it, but I could have. But I still liked me, liked myself. He's, he's kind of giggling because I'm not sure about everybody else, but I liked myself most of the time. saying something about friends. I'm not sure what he, hang on. Something about friends. He's not elaborating like your friends, his friends. Let's see what it's. This is his ball game. This is his show. He can say or do anything he wants to within reason. You know, he's just saying something about friends. Something about friends. Something about friends. Maybe, are you having a problem with friends, or did he have a problem with a friend, or does he have a friend that's still here that's having a problem with him leaving? I don't. He's not. He's not. I can't make him. So, okay. Sometimes the things that come out, I go, why do I have to say this? And it makes perfect sense to somebody else. And if it doesn't, keep it in mind. I had somebody email me a while back, and they said the reading you gave me 6 months ago, one of the things finally happened. So sometimes it takes a while. What was that about walking? Should have gone with the thought before I started babbling. He just kept going like this, like walking his fingers. No, he's not going to repeat it. So I'm going to do what I want to. He still is. Wouldn't it be great if we were all perfect? That's a that's validation when something like that happens during a reading. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we were all perfect? It would be boring. He's walking his fingers again. Are you doing a lot of walking, or did he do a lot of walking? Sometimes they don't explain. They just use charades. Just shows a picture. He says, I love you very much for every effort you made for me, even if it was just in your heart. I deeply appreciate it. And no, I never really took offense at it, even if I acted like I did or you thought I did. I mean, you had my best interest. This is a name or state. He says Carolina. If it's a name, you might have to stretch it outside the box. He's not saying what is it related to. Sometimes they just throw words out. Carolina. If it's a name, it may not be exact. It'd be nice if we go back to that. He says, how happy do you want to be? You should get up every single morning and kiss the floor and be glad that you opened your eyes another day. Be glad that you're still here. And you should start dancing. Put on some music and start dancing every single morning and start your day out that way. And be grateful that you got to open your eyes one more day and feel everybody's hug one more day, or give more hugs one more day. Not that he says, not when you wake up in the morning, you go, oh crap, like I got to go to work, or I got to do the laundry, or oh crap. He says you should wake up and literally kiss the floor and start dancing because you're alive. He says, because deep down you're a good person. You're a good person. He starts laughing. He goes, I didn't mean, I, I didn't mean that you have to dig deep to find out you're a good person. I didn't mean that. The people can't tell right up front. He says, oh, I don't want to get in trouble even now. He's kind of like, oh, I messed up. But I do love all of you. He's talking about this grandpa again. He shows me this slim man. But he's not, a lot of times I'll see like that grandpa standing behind him, but this is more like he's just showing me a picture of him. So I don't know why, unless he chooses to explain. Don't forget how wonderful life it really is. Through all the humps and bumps, everybody has them. Don't forget how wonderful it really is and how blessed you are. You can hear this, you can see this, you've got something to see this on. He says he wants you to be more grateful for the simple little free things. You know, buying a computer or fancy phone to watch this on isn't really free, but you know what I mean? You got it, you can do it. I'm assuming that you can see outside and look at the bird sitting in the tree and you can hear it singing and you're breathing and you can see the sunshine, you can feel the warmth. He wants you to go back to basics and just appreciate the natural beauty of the world, not the sidewalks, not the skyscrapers, not the buildings, the nature, natural nature of the world. He says people get so busy in their everyday lives and going to work and doing this, and I've got to do this, and I've got to vacuum the floor, and I've got to do laundry, and I've got to, that we forget to look outside and breathe and see the beauty. He says, like Rhonda's looking at right now. I'm looking out the window of my camper, and there's a tree, all these trees and the lake, and I just appreciate it, love it. It makes me feel so good. And he wants that for you. He says, because money can't buy that. He says, people stress out so much about money and having these perfect things when all you have to do is look out your window and see it. A bird, a butterfly, a snail. I haven't seen a snail in forever. Now that he said that, it's kind of weird. I wonder what happened to the snails. Okay. He says sometimes, like when you're sitting, and I think it's like, I don't want to say contemplating. I don't know if that's the right word I want to use. You're maybe serious or maybe getting a little down or you're not feeling the brightest, happiest. And he walks up beside you and he puts his arm on your shoulder like he's standing there and he puts his arm on your shoulder. So you should feel that. It should feel like you could feel as slight as putting a tea towel on your shoulder, or you can maybe even feel the hand or pressure, or maybe you get an ache on your shoulder, top of your shoulder sometimes. Or it could just tickle and itch like a bug crawling. Everybody feels the energy different, so I don't know for sure how you're going to feel it. But he's trying to let you know that he's there to support you and to bring you some loving energy from somebody who really cares about you and wants to see you happy. And he starts laughing. He says, and don't forget to do the dishes. He's being silly about that. Or do you have some dishes in the sink that need washing? Because I love you. With that, I'm signing off. Don't forget. Don't forget. If he's not showing him he's not showing any signs that he's going to be leaving or anything like that. It's just going to be his touch. That like standing next to you and just putting his hand on your shoulder. And I don't know if it'll be right or left. It doesn't matter. He says, so you will probably hear that. He's trying to say it to you and he's whispering it. So that's probably how you will hear it. And it should be only in one ear. Sometimes if they're like out there, you can hear it both ears, but usually it's one ear they try to get close to. And if it's a buzzing, like, okay, when I get a real high-pitched shriek, I know that's the archangels. The louder and stronger it is, the higher up it is. So when it gets down to their level, it might just sound like pss, 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 or it could be just a little bit of a buzz or something, and go, tell him, I can't understand you. You need to change your vibration down to mine so I can hear you say, I love you. Or maybe you'll even dream it, which won't be a dream. And with that, he's going to leave. There's an annoying fly. That could be a sign. Anything that happens to me during a reading, I did not see a fly in here before. Anything happens to me during a reading is meant for you. So there could be an annoying fly that will bother the stuffing out of you. That'll be from him. It's the ones that keep landing on your nose, or on your ear, won't go away, even though this one disappeared. That'll be the sign. Much love to you, my dear Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Don't forget to share. There's that fly. Stand there. He was right there looking at me. He's back. He's going to be a pest. So remember that. Forgot what it's saying. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Don't forget to spread the love somewhere to at least one person every single day. Find something to make them smile or happy or know the feeling of love. That's the most important thing in this world. Thank you for allowing me to be his voice.